Good evening, fellow Toastmasters. I don't think I'm visible. Yay, you are. Well, today, Speakers Community Toastmasters. I want to announce everything. Please. I want to announce everything. You do? All right, you start. आज की ताजा खबर. Shh. It has to be in English. Today's fresh news. No, I'll take it over. Today, Speakers Community Toastmasters Club is celebrating its 50th meeting. It's a pleasure today to invite all of you. Yeah. Yes, I am Kalpana, and it is a pleasure to have you all aboard on our 50th meeting. As all meeting has certain rules and regulations, so does Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. So let me very quickly go through the rules. Yeah, I know, keep quiet. Yeah, do not break the rules is what he's telling me. So I request you all to rename yourself. All Toastmasters kindly prefix Toastmasters. All role players kindly prefix their roles like MOC, timer, table topic master, and all guests kindly prefix guests against your name. All the speakers are requested to do a quick audio and video check before they start their speech. I would request you all, yes, do not chat. In the chat box, keep mum and do not disturb the speakers while the sessions are going on. You're also requested to keep your audio on mute so that there is no disturbance while the session is on. Do not click the share screen button unless requested to do so or if you're required to do so. You can display a hi-fi or a namaste or a smile. Use emoticons to express yourself. If you are a speaker, then please ensure you pin your timer or confirm that the same is visible at all the times. This meeting is being recorded. So if you have or anybody has any reservations, do let us know. Without a mission and a vision, I don't think anything is complete. So let me share the mission of the club. We provide. Yay, you want to say it? Okay. We provide a supportive, positive, and learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Great. Yes, it does result in great personal growth and self-confidence. So 50th meeting of Speakers Community Toastmasters Club is a pleasure to have and reach this particular milestone. Lights, camera, action. I can see the lights are on. But before I call out for action, I want you to be introduced to our cameraman, a Zoom master, none other than Kunal, a silent force who is going to highlight you, who will decide how much space you get. So better remember, we have our Zoom master Kunal, who is going to make this virtual platform more interesting. Zoom master Kunal, may I ask you to kindly highlight yourself? Thank you. Thank you so much. A huge round of applause to our Kunal, our Zoom master. And as I continue the meeting, let me introduce to you none other than our president, the captain of the ship. And it is he who is handling the current 50th meeting as a leader. Dheeraj. Toastmaster Dheeraj is a tech and fitness enthusiast. He is pursuing PhD from Homi Bhabha National Institute, Mumbai, in electrical engineering and has participated in more than 22 marathons. Over to fit scientist Toastmaster Dheeraj. Toastmaster Dheeraj, over to you.
Thank you, Sergeant and Arms, for the day for such a wonderful starting and a nice introduction. So before I start, I want to highlight here that Kalpana, who is a SA, is also the convener for this 50th meeting. She is a trainer by profession and enjoys reading, writing, and her journey in the Toastmaster as well. Good evening, everyone. Honorable dignitaries, Gauri Shishadri ma'am, International Director, Arvind Nair sir, past District Director, distinguished Toastmaster, my dear Toastmaster, and dearest of all our guests. What a magnificent and great achievement we are celebrating together today, this evening. This is our 50th meeting. This club, chartered on 28 Jan 2021, has grown by leaps and bounds and have reached this milestone. The core values of Toastmasters are respect, integrity, service, and excellence. We respected the time and none of our meeting was delayed, defying all the problems. Reaching this milestone indicates that our club is fulfilling all the core values, serving our members by providing a supporting environment where members practice communication and leadership skill. The distinguished club performance report shows that we have met 9 out of goal till now, and we are eligible for President Distinguished Club Award. Moreover, our other awards include Renewal Champ Award, Rising Star Award, Super Sponsored Award, Pre-Talk Up Award, and Power of Two Return Award to our new members. Further, our members have represented our club at division level contest. The credit of all the SCCT milestone goes to all its members, from oldest and senior members to the new members. Without further ado, let me move to the next section of the meeting. And we have 2 new members in our club. So let us install these 2 new members. Do we have Rishabh and Raza present in the meeting? Okay, so we have Rishabh and Raza. Okay, Raza is also there. Zoom Master, please spotlight Raza. Raza, please switch on your video. Yeah. Welcome to the club. So when a new joinee joins the club, he needs to make a promise. So I will read the promise. You keep your hand like this, and at the end say I will. Okay. So keep your hand now this. Rishabh, you also? Yeah, I'm reading. You just listen it, and at the end say I will. As a member of Toastmaster International and my club, I promise to attend the club meetings regularly, to prepare all of my projects to the best of my ability, basing them on the Toastmaster education program, to prepare for and fulfill meeting assignments, to provide fellow members with helpful and constructive evaluations, to help the club maintain positive, friendly environment necessary for all the members to learn and grow, to serve my club as an officer when called upon to do so, to treat my fellow members and guests with respect and courtesy, to bring the guests to the club meeting so that they can also get the benefit from the Toastmasters, to adhere to the guidelines and the rules for all the Toastmaster education and recognitions that it offers, to act within the Toastmasters core value and integrity, respect, service, and excellence during conduct of all the Toastmaster activities.
I will.
Okay. So welcome to the Speakers Community Toastmaster Club.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So with this, we will provide you the certificate at the end of the meeting. Zoom Master, we can move to the guest if we have a guest in the today's meeting. So I can see that, yes, we have a guest, Abhijit Malankar, and other guest. So anyone guest would like to come on the stage and let us know that how they got to know about the Toastmaster and what they are expecting from the Toastmasters. Guest Nayan Agarwal. Vijay Shri.
Hi, Neeraj. Just a minute. My son is disturbing, so just hold on.
Okay. So we will connect with you in the end of the meeting. Now let us move to the next part of the meeting. So before I hand over the stage to the master of ceremony, or I can say the mistress of the ceremony, let me introduce her. She is a PhD student doing her research on regenerating brain cells using nanotechnology. She is based out of Naples in Italy, and her hobbies include horse riding and making human sculptures. So let me call upon the stage Nikita. Over to you, Nikita.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dheeraj. Good evening and a warm welcome to everybody tonight as we celebrate our 50th meeting. First of all, I want to thank all of you so much for coming. I can't begin to describe how much it means to Speaker Community Toastmaster Club that I and you are here with us to celebrate our 50th wedding anniversary. We have had good 50 nice meetings, which have been individually nice with the good networking that we have been having. I would also like to tell you of all the things that we have been doing in these past 50 meetings. Tonight is a very exceptional evening. I am so glad that all of you have been able to join us in this evening. As always, to all the absent members, we still miss you. But tonight is all about celebrating. It brings to my mind all the words that all the times we should dance like nobody's watching. And tonight is one of those nights. Let us capture some magical moments. Let us create some happy memories tonight and let us surround ourselves with laughter and friendship as we celebrate this special occasion. Have fun. Thank you for joining us and go on. Dance tonight like nobody's watching. With this, I would like to inform you about some things about our club. I have been serving as the Vice President membership of the club from January 2022. Our club currently consists of 23 members, 9 members of whom have joined in 2022 itself in the past 2 months. All members of the club are in active participation, and we have at least 70% attendance in all the meetings. Tonight, joining us, we have a very special guest. We have Toastmaster Gauri, who has joined us from abroad, and she is here to give a keynote speech. To introduce Gauri, I would like to say that she has 18 years of work experience as a strategy consultant across various industries and different geographies from US and India. She is into data analytics and forecasting. She tries to find innovative solutions and build client and vendor relationships. She has also worked with the American Red Cross team as part of the disaster action team. She has visited 30 countries in Asia, Europe, and North America, and currently she has been serving as the International Director of Toastmasters. Gauri, I welcome you to take over the stage and please inspire us with your keynote address tonight. Welcome, Gauri.
Thank you so much, Nikita, and good evening, everybody. Nikita, as far as your introduction goes, I don't know if I'm abroad. I mean, considering you are in Naples, Italy, you are abroad, I'm still in Bangalore, India. So since it's an online club, it depends on which part of the world you're connecting from. But first of all, congratulations, Speakers Community Toastmasters Club. When Ankit called me up to talk to me about the club, I was so surprised to learn that just within 1 year of charter, not only have you become distinguished last year, but this year you're already sitting on 9 DCP points. It's an achievement that, you know, new clubs find it very, very difficult to do. So congratulations. Whatever you're doing, I think it's working. So don't change the magic formula. When Ankit invited me, I was like, am I the right person to speak? Because Ankit and I last met at a district officer's training program, and I generally speak about leadership. But to club members, I'm like, I'm a bit out of place here. What should I tell you? So I want to talk to you about something a little bit different, not really leadership, not so much Toastmasters, but what you can do with Toastmasters, right? Whoever the host is, could you enable screen sharing for me, please? And just give me, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. Go ahead. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Thank you. So we just got to go to Toastmasters beyond the club, right? I want to first know what your why is. And by this, what I mean is, how many of you, Nikita mentioned that 9 people joined in the last 2 months. How many in this club have joined within the last 6 months? Can I see virtual hands, please? Akarshak. Just one? Okay, Raza joined today. So Raza and Rishabh. Cool. And to the members who just joined 6 months ago, or within the last 6 months, you can put your hands down. Quick question. Why did you join Toastmasters? Is anyone willing to share a quick 30 seconds thing? Anybody? Akarshak? Yes.
So I consider myself to be a decent public speaker. It's just I feel like there are still some reservations I have, and I do need to get better. The learning never stops. Then again, I also believe in the concept of learning and giving back. So I felt like it's my time to give back to the society in a way while learning on the process, on the go. So I think it's a mutual benefit for me. I have been associated with Toastmasters for almost 3-4 years now with 3-4 different clubs, but it was always as a guest. So I thought it's about time I join as a member. And coincidentally, I chose this club. It was a young club, and it gave me the motivation that I needed to just stay and, try to give back in the way that it was expected. So yeah, that's pretty much it.
Thank you so much. Can we have a big round of applause for Akarshak? Anybody else who joined within the last 6 months who's willing to share why Toastmasters? What got you to Toastmasters? Rishabh or Raza, you joined today. No. I guess your silence says Toastmasters is the perfect place for you, so that next time I come to your club, I can actually hear your voice. Rishabh, did you want to share?
Yeah. So the reason why I joined Toastmasters, so I knew about the Toastmasters concept and about the club for the past 4 years, and always wanted to work on my public communication skills and on confidence, how to be confident and give your ideas freely and constructively. So that's the reason I basically joined the Toastmasters club. And the people in this club, I really I attended 2 meetings as a guest here. So the way they did the evaluation, so I really enjoyed that. It's very constructive. So that's the reason.
Yeah, don't ever invite me for your evaluation. I've known to make people cry giving feedback. Thank you so much, Rishabh, for sharing. For the others who did not raise their hands, I assume that you've been in Toastmasters for more than 6 months. I know my friend Arvind has been in Toastmasters for eternity. So here is a question for the rest of the folks. Why are you still in Toastmasters? Anyone wants to share? Come on, this is Toastmasters. This is not a place where you should let go of stage time. Nikita.
Yes, I think Toastmaster is something I look forward to every Sunday when there's a Toastmaster meeting, and no matter whatever's going on during the weekdays with all the other work commitments I have, it's more refreshing to attend Toastmasters meeting on a Sunday and inspire you for the rest of the week.
So it's more like a social thing now for you, Nikita?
It is a social thing, and also I'm learning a lot of public speaking things, and also in the virtual world now when I have to attend meetings, some tips and tricks about how to stand and give the meetings, how to place the camera so my hands are visible, and these are tips and tricks I've been picking up.
Cool. Thank you, Nikita. What about someone who's not a role player? You know, if I was the table topics master, I would just do Inky, Pinky, Ponky and pick you off the screen, right? And since the rest of you are Toastmasters, the first person that I see on the screen is Toastmaster Kailash. Would you please share why are you still in Toastmasters?
I think it is a third meeting for me here.
Third meeting? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm not going to put you on the spot, but a little bit of why I am in Toastmasters, right? What makes Toastmasters really successful? We all join Toastmasters for various reasons, but after 6 months, after a year, maybe after 2 years, we forget why we joined Toastmasters. The success of Toastmasters not comes by being a big fish in a small pond. What I mean by that does not come by being your club contest winner or your club president. Sorry, Dheeraj. That's not where the true success lies. The success of Toastmasters comes when you remember why you joined Toastmasters, and it's usually an external factor. Your profession or your personal life wanted you to become better in speaking, in leadership, in communication, and that's why you probably joined Toastmasters. So never forget that, and then take those skills that you've picked up out here and put it back in Toastmasters. Now, this is my 17th year in Toastmasters. I will tell you, like Nikita, I have no social life. That's why I'm still in Toastmasters. But the reason why I joined Toastmasters, and still actually continues to be a very important reason of why I have continued to stay in Toastmasters, is because I have sociophobia. I'm actually terrified to talk to strangers. So all of you staring at me right now, it's scary. I'm right now focusing only on the only friend I know out here, which is Arvind Naya, and I've known him for a few years now. So, but this is the reason why I've joined Toastmasters. I purposely put myself in these situations where I have to force myself outside my comfort zone. Here, I have the liberty to fail and not be mocked. Hopefully, I will not fail today, but I still have a feeling that I have friends around me. I have support system around me. And when I go into the real world, when I go into my professional life, it is more of, I can't fail. I have a senior position, so I need to display a certain level of confidence, a certain level of leadership out there. So I've taken a lot of skills I've picked up out here, how to talk to strangers, how to make sales and negotiations. Because I've been a district officer, I have convinced a lot of corporates to open Toastmasters clubs, right? And that process includes persuading, it includes negotiation, it includes motivating. So I've picked up all these management skills, which I don't have. I'm an engineer. For an engineer, put me in my cubicle and I'm the happiest out there. Don't allow me to talk to people and I'm very happy out there, right? But the reason why I've managed to climb up to senior leadership position or even have my own company is because I've learned how to talk to people here in Toastmasters. And I continue to hone the skill on an everyday basis. So if you really want to succeed in life, never forget your why. Maybe 6 months from now or 1 year from now, the reason why you joined Toastmasters may no longer remain the reason why you're staying in Toastmasters. But always remember that why and take your skill set that you've picked up here and put it in your real life. Okay. This Toastmasters community is like a utopia. It's a very safe haven for all of us. I often say that Toastmasters is not just a place that made my dreams come true of saying hello to people, but it's a place that gave me the confidence to dream more, that I am worth it, that I can do something else, and then gave me opportunities to make those new dreams come true, right? So going back to the quick presentation, I want to just share with you how you can take certain skills out of Toastmasters, and what you're doing on a weekly basis at your club is going to help you in your real life. There are two key factors in Toastmasters: communication and leadership. I think everyone knows that. Yes, can I see thumbs up? Most of us, initially when we join, we focus only on the communication angle. We don't want to take club officer position. We don't want to take district officer position. We are very comfortable being accountant, grammarian, and things like that, right? But we do need both. And this is a quote I really like. The art of communication is the language of leadership. And what I mean by that, I'll just tell you going forward. Just hold on for a second. Sorry, there was too much sunlight in my face. This is the Toastmasters influence on careers. And there are many reasons out there. Some of the reasons might be applicable to you and some might not. A lot of people join Toastmasters, believe it or not, just to improve their English, to get more confidence speaking English. I am from Bangalore. I'm a Kannadiga. I'd never learned to read and write Kannada. My family also, unfortunately, we don't speak Kannada. So I'm not comfortable talking in Kannada. But the more I talk, the more I converse with the shopkeepers and the auto rickshaw drivers, the more I have conversations, I will improve my confidence in Kannada, right? And it's the same thing with Toastmasters or with English or any other language. The more you practice the language, the more you will increase your confidence. So I have seen a lot of people join Toastmasters purely to increase their confidence in English. And that is great. I mean, that could be one of the reasons. The other reason is confidence, like me. If you ask me if this meeting was in person and I had to get up on stage, 5 minutes before you would have seen me with my legs shaking. And after I got off the stage, and I probably will do that today also, after my presentation, I will run to the restroom and throw up because I'm literally one of those people, even after 17 years, scared to speak in front of an audience, right? So for these 10 minutes or 15 minutes, I force my butterflies in my stomach to fly in formation. And once the 15 minutes are up, my butterflies go haywire and I'm running to throw up. So there's a lot of confidence that it gives certain people. The other thing is training and engagement. Do you know your Toastmasters friends who are also trainers, who are soft skills trainers? Or maybe you have to train in your own job. You have to give a presentation. That is training, right? How do you engage your audience? How do you engage your team? This is something you can pick up in Toastmasters and put in your job. Or maybe how do you just teach a little kid their ABCDs? And how do you engage your kid? That is also a skill set that you can pick up in Toastmasters and take it out into the real world. For students, are there any students in the room? And you have to raise your virtual hands because otherwise I can't see you. Okay, Gaurav. Gaurav, what are you studying right now?
I'm studying company secretary course. I'm in the executive level.
Okay, thank you, Gaurav. For a lot of students, we actually recommend that you put Toastmasters on your CV or your resume because multinational companies, when they see Toastmasters on your resume, they know that you are a person who can be client facing. That means, like me, you don't have to sit behind in a cubicle. You can actually go and interact with the client. And when you have a lot more client facing opportunities, it means that you also have opportunities to lead teams. You have opportunities to progress up that ladder much more quickly, right? So we had a couple of students in our club who put Toastmasters in their resume and they were the first pick in the campus interviews. So I don't know if Toastmasters helped that much. Of course, their grades help, but Toastmasters also helped them get that job, is what I'm trying to say. Networking. There are folks out here who want to find a better job. And this is a great place because we have over 350,000 members all across the world. In India itself, we have a lot of HR personnel in Toastmasters. Your past district director, brilliant. He is HR guru. You can catch hold of him in case you need a job. Don't tell him I told you that. But these are the places to network and meet people from different companies and probably get a better job prospect. The district officer roles, these are roles which probably at the moment you're a bit young for, but if you do get an opportunity, take it up, because they will teach you about management, they will teach you about leadership, and it will train you to take up leadership positions within your companies, to lead teams. How do you effectively manage the HR problems in your team? How do you motivate your teams? How do you work towards a goal? These are all things that being a district officer will certainly help you. That is if you are a good district officer, right? And the final thing is entrepreneurs. There are lots of people, including me, who have finally gained enough confidence through Toastmasters that I used to work actually in the States. I joined Toastmasters when I was in the States. And then I got enough confidence that I moved back home. I started my own company. And I was able to network, get better job opportunities, better client opportunities. So these are the things that Toastmasters can have effect. But the key part is take the skill set out of Toastmasters for you to be successful, right? If you're talking about communication skills, now I split it up into communication and leadership skills, and I'm keeping this only to your club. Some of the roles that you are playing in your club today, these are the ways that it helps you in real life. Toastmaster of the day, why have I put time management? Because today Nikita has to make sure that I don't overstep time, that there are other roles to play. So the MC of the day has to make sure that the entire meeting flow is there. The timer only records time, but the timer doesn't give directions and tell people to really stop talking. Even if you show me the red card, I might still keep talking over and over again, right? So there's a lot of things that you can learn from the Toastmaster of the day. Grammarian, it teaches you to listen. And it also helps you give feedback to others, like this is how you could have phrased your sentences better. And these are the skill set that you can take again to work or into your personal life. The best thing I like about here, and which has helped me personally, is evaluation or constructive feedback. How to give negative appraisals to your people in your team. How do you tell someone that they are not doing a good job, but at the same time, don't make them cry and don't make them quit the job? Motivate them to do better. I first heard of Toastmasters, but when I joined Toastmasters, it was only 2 years later, because when I first heard of Toastmasters, I thought that if I give a speech, people will laugh at me and say I suck, So I didn't have the courage to enter a Toastmasters club. But when I joined 2 years later, I realized that the evaluation was very different. They gave evaluation in such a way that I wanted to do better. I wanted to prove to them that I had learned something. So can you give constructive feedback like that? Not just for prepared speeches, but for real life scenarios also. And this is leadership in action. We have all these club officers roles. What does it help you learn? What can you take out of these club officer roles? There's mentoring, there's time management, VPPR, celebration events, the virtual background today. We have 50 on our virtual backgrounds. It's a part of the whole PR thing. The president's job is the easiest job and probably the toughest job. If all the club officers are doing their job, the president doesn't have to do anything. But even if one club officer slacks, then the president will have to motivate them, inspire them, or do their job for them so that the whole club starts functioning like one piece. So there are lots of things that you can learn both in communication and in the leadership roles that you take just within the club. You don't even have to step out into the district, but this is what your club can give you. Yes, Akarshak, you had a question.
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt. Just quick question. So since you have been in a position where you were not able to open up with the people around you, and this place gave you a forum for that, what kind of expectations would you want the other person to have in terms of empathizing with them? Because they don't normally, they're not able to relate to the people unless you're kind of forcing them in a situation like that. So what would be your advice?
I am not really sure I understand your question, but if I do, then I'll take my own example.
Let me rephrase. Basically, what I'm trying to say is empathy is one factor which people are not able to do, being the person who is an introvert, let's say.
Yeah.
So what would be your advice so that they're able to do that?
So my advice is, see if someone is not mingling with you. Like take my case, for example, if I came into your club and your essay, Kavita, started talking to me, and I kind of felt, okay, someone is talking to me. And that broke the ice for me. But if no one had spoken to me, then I would have been sitting quietly. So as a VP PR, as a VP membership, see if someone is sitting all alone, learn to read the room. And these are things that you will learn if you take a leadership position, even if you take a district officer position. Who is the one in your team who's always raising their hand, and who is the one who's never raising their hand? The person who's never raising their hand might have great ideas, but may not have the confidence to speak up. So go and have personal conversations with them and say, hey, I've chosen you for the team because I think you have this wonderful skill set. Would you like to say something or contribute to the success of the team? Or I really could value your opinion. As a leader, you need to start looking at your team and reading that. That's why I was saying that a district officer position really helps groom you for leadership and management, even in your company, right? I hope that answers your question, Akash.
Sure, thank you.
And this is again about leadership, and probably because I've been a leader for a long time in Toastmasters, this is a volunteer organization. Talk to Arvind, who's a past district director. Talk to Ankit, who's a past division director. Not every member of the team will work. People are enthusiastic the first month or the first few days. Yeah, I've got a leadership position. Yeah, I've got roses. Yes, I'll get the red carpet. But in the Zoom world, there are no roses, there are no red carpet. How do you still make people work? How do you motivate people? If you can do this in a volunteer organization like Toastmasters, where there's no pay, it's just inspiration and motivation, then at work, it will be so easy to do it. Because, if I was working with Nikita, I would say, Nikita, better do your job, otherwise I'm going to fire you. There's some money factor out there. But I don't have to get there until I use all the tactics of Toastmasters of motivating Nikita, right? So just to end the thing is practice in your club. When you look at a speech, look at it more than a speech. See how you can relate it to your real life. See what your learnings from it is. A lot of new members and the people who have just joined in 6 months, don't cheat in your speeches, which means don't download something from Google and give a speech. Anyone can read a speech. Try and come up with originality. Write your own speech. It will help you write better professional emails also. Refine your skills. This is a place where you can practice, practice, practice. A lot of you today, when I asked you questions, were, scared to, I would say not scared, but hesitant to lift up your hand. I know I'm very intimidating, but you're also Toastmasters. Don't let go of the stage time. Use every single chance to practice. And the third one is the most important one, which is expand beyond your club. Your real success is not being the big hotshot here in Toastmasters. Your real success is taking Toastmasters outside of Toastmasters, right? With that, that's my little talk. And if you have any questions, I think I have about 5 more minutes. I would be glad to answer any questions you have. And if you don't have questions, then thank you so much. I did a fabulous presentation. Thanks, Arvind. So, anything, anybody?
I have one question.
Yeah.
As I'm a president, I have one question that how to motivate introvert person or the person who is very shy. So like I'm very extrovert and hard person. I directly come and I raise, I'm not very shy. So what I'm learning from besides communication is how to handle public. So what's your view on that? How to motivate the person who is introvert or shy in handling the things?
How did you get Arvind to come here today? Arvind is one of the shyest people that I have met in my life. You have to read a person. You have to understand a little more than what they are exhibiting. first of all, don't expect everyone to be like you, right? That is the most important part. 2 is carefully watch that person, read that person, and see what is the thing that makes them tick. For Arvind, it's probably Toastmasters. So if you just go to Arvind and say, Arvind, we have, a milestone celebration meeting. You've been a great help. Can you come and support us? Arvind will immediately come. He will even sacrifice family and come because he loves Toastmasters so much. So see what it is. If there's someone who's a great graphic designer, but is not willing to step up, just go to them and say, hey, Manas, I know you're a professional graphic designer and all that stuff. I think your creativeness will really help the clubs in coming up with posters for this event. Would you like to give it a chance? Because I don't think anyone but you can do this. So as a leader, you need to take that time to read people. So the first month, build relationships. After that, ask them to do what you want them to do.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Anyone else? Any questions?
I have a question. So Gauri, thank you so much for your speech. The way you made a personal connect with everybody was really inspiring. And looking at that, it makes we feel like, okay, that's a person we would want to work with. But when it comes to everyday work, not everybody has the same understanding of human psychology and inspiration and motivation, which makes it really hard to work with people, especially if they are at a superior position than you. So what would be your advice when people just don't get how to deal with you and how to understand basic inspiration and basic human motivation?
You can't control anybody else's actions, Nikita. You can control yours. Ankit, I met 2 years ago, again, during a training. He's a pretty young guy, right? Is he still in the room? I'm not sure. He has had to work, his area directors might have been much older than them. Now, in the Indian society, we automatically have to respect our, people who are older than us or senior than us. But in Toastmasters, we call everybody by first name. We have to also respect the position we are in, right? If we are division directors, they are area directors, then we do have the responsibility of guiding them. So how do you do that is something that you kind of learn. You have to know what role they are. You have to know what bandwidth, how you can talk to them. Those kind of things you would have to know. And those kind of nuances you learn in Toastmasters. There are projects that you can pick up where you learn negotiations, you learn how to talk to people who are of a different community, a different culture. I was a region advisor for Japan, China, Taiwan. They didn't even understand the basic English, some of the clubs. So every time I was present a slide, there would be an interpreter who would translate the slide. I don't know if they translated it correctly or not, but I would have to wait. I would have to slow down. I would have to understand that. So there's a lot of difference. It's not just age, it's not just seniority, but there's also culture, there's also geography. So take it slow. It's not going to come overnight for you.
That helps a lot. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gauri.
Since there are no more questions, I will end it with one thing. Everything is not high level at Toastmasters. You don't have to be a CEO or a vice president or something like that to take advantage of Toastmasters. I don't know how many of you have heard of Rajshekhar Mamidana. He's a member of District 98. He's a stand-up comedian. He's a former district humorist, speech champion. If you haven't heard him or if you don't know him, please invite him to your club. He's hilarious. Now, the reason why I bring Rajshekhar up is when Rajshekhar joined Toastmasters, he joined Toastmasters here in Bangalore in a club down the street from me. He could barely speak English. He was very hesitant to come out and start talking. But with his club support and with the mentors in the club, he started getting confidence to speak and to express his thoughts. Today, he can speak English. He's not the best, he doesn't have the American accent and he's not the most fluent or eloquent English speaker, but he definitely has confidence. And he's gone from that shy, stuttering boy to become one of the nationwide famous stand-up comedians today, and he does a lot of trainings today. He's hilarious. He's made it a stand-up comedy his profession. If you ever get a chance, invite him to your club, not to give a humorous speech session, but just to tell you his story, how Toastmasters changed his life. And Toastmasters could change all of your life, in those ways. It doesn't have to be drastic, but take Toastmasters out of Toastmasters to actually change life, right? With that, good luck, everybody, and congratulations once again on your 50th meeting. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gauri. That was a wonderful session. May we have a huge round of applause. I would also like to acknowledge the presence of Toastmaster Arvind Nair, who's here with us for the meeting. Thank you so much for joining us for the 50th meeting. Meanwhile, we have a lot of new guests who joined the meeting, and I would like to take this opportunity to introduce the guests who've just joined. Guest Gaurav, can we please have you on the spotlight if you're comfortable with introducing yourself? Zoom Master, please spot Gaurav. Yes. Yes, Gaurav, can you please introduce yourself and tell us how you came to Toastmasters?
Okay, so just a few days back, I was scrolling the internet and I came across this site called Toastmaster. And I asked this site about to my mentor, who is a teacher of mine. He said he was already a Toastmaster. He said it is a very nice platform and you should explore it. And I was scrolling through. I posted a request, and thankfully Nikita reached back to me and she invited me as a guest. I am a student. I'm in the course of company secretaries in the executive platforms, and currently it's yesterday my results came off, so uh, I just failed. It was very close, but I failed. And looking forward to the Toastmaster Club to grow, and till the next attempt, I guess the Toastmaster and I will grow with the same pace.
Thank you so much, Gaurav, for coming and sharing your story with us. We are looking forward to having you more in our meetings, and we wish you all the best for your future. We have Abhijit. Zoom Master, can you spotlight guest Abhijit? Abhijit, are you willing to share your introduction and what brought you to Toastmasters?
Yes. Yes. Can you please spotlight me? I guess.
Yeah. Zoom Master, can you? Yes.
Yeah. Hi. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Abhijit Margaonkar. I'm basically from Mumbai Andheri, and I got to know about the Toastmaster from one of my co-worker who is in the IT department. So I have explored the website. I have gone more into the detail. I'm still into the stage of understanding the concept and of this platform. But well, speaking communication is something which I really wanted to improve on, especially on in front of a number of people. So that's the reason I have joined this community, and I'm sure I will get something good out of it in coming days. And that's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, guest Abhijit.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Yes, the Toastmaster format is that we have a prepared speeches and table topic round, which is the usual format for the other meetings. And I will get and connect with you after the meeting and explain you the whole format. We have Saurabh. Saurabh, can you please introduce yourselves? Saurabh, are you there?
Yes. Yeah, am I audible?
Yes, you're audible. Zoom Master, can you please spotlight?
I think I'll not be able to switch on the camera. I'm outside.
No problem. No problem.
Okay, so I am already a Toastmaster. I got the invitation for this meeting from your VP Education, and sort of attending you and wishing all of you a good luck for your milestone as well as a lot of successful meetings ahead. So that's a quick intro about myself. Anything else I need to share?
No, that's it. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for joining our meeting today. And it shows us how dedicated to Toastmaster you are, that you have come to attend external club meetings. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Raj Shah,
Excuse
can we
me,
have you?
Nikita,
Yes.
I would just interrupt you over here. We can do the guests later. Let us continue with what we are here for, the 50th celebration. All right.
Okay.
So we can just stick to the agenda that we have fixed. All right, Nikita.
Yeah.
Thank you so
Yeah,
much,
okay.
Nikita.
Okay, so moving on, we have to introduce and start the celebration for today. We have a welcome video that has been prepared very nicely by all the members of the club. So I would ask the Zoom master to please start the welcome video so we can start this meeting with a bang.
Yes. You can see it, right?
We can. You can play it, Kunal. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Kunal, for sharing the video. That was a wonderful effort that was put in by all the members who actively participated in making this video. And thank you so much to all the editors of the video. Now we have the first part of our today's meeting, which is the entertainment sessions. For the entertainment sessions, we have all our talented members who are present here to come up and show their talents. These are all hidden talents we have in our club, and this is a good platform for them, for us also to discover what the hidden talents are of each of the members. First, I would like to invite Toastmaster Kunal, who's the Zoom master today, for playing the harmonica. This is a very surprising thing. I had no idea Toastmaster Kunal has a musical side of him. And today, through this, we are going to discover what hidden talents we have. So I would like to welcome the Zoom master for today, who's going to play the harmonica. Toastmaster Kunal, over to you.
Thank you, Mistress of our ceremony. Toastmasters, as we celebrate the 50th meeting of our club, I have decided to play a very relatable song on my harmonica. ये दोस्ती हम नहीं तोड़ेंगे. I hope you will like it.
We are unable to hear you, Kunal. We are unable to hear you.
So, can you hear something or the volume is low?
The volume is low.
You'll have to bring the mic closer, I think.
Yes, you need to stay close to the mic.
Thank you so much, Kunal. Just you can.
Yeah, just tell me, can you hear it properly now?
No, we're missing you out, Kunal.
You can't hear me?
No, we couldn't. Why don't you instead sing the song that you were playing? Is it possible for you to sing the song? We will join in. I'll join in with you. Come on, let's do it. What was the song?
So can you ask Shreya to perform first, then I'll probably arrange a earphone with the mic.
All right, that can also be done. So let's move on. Nikita, I would ask you to move on with the next participant. But before that, the certificate to our distinguished guest, please.
Yes. Toastmaster Gauri, we would like to present to you a certificate of appreciation for being a part of our 50th meeting and delivering the keynote speech. Zoom Master, can you please spotlight Toastmaster Gauri? Zoom Master, we're on the wrong slide.
I believe the Zoom master is gone. Oh, he's back.
He's back, yes. Okay. Zoom Master, please click a picture. Thank you.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay. Thank you so much, Toastmaster Gauri. May we have a virtual round of applause for the certificate? Okay. So meanwhile, while Toastmaster Kunal fixes his mic, we have Shreya who would present to us the song instead. Is that right, Kalpana? We are replacing it with Shreya. Okay. So Toastmaster Shreya, can we please have you on the spotlight to present your song?
Shall I start?
Yes.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a place that I've heard of once in a lullaby. Someday I wish upon a star to wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like a lemon drops high above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me, oh, somewhere over the rainbow. Bluebirds fly, birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh, why can't I fly me to the moon and let me play among the stars? Let me see what spring is like on a Jupiter and Mars. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You